That's one of the things Call of Duty is known for, is for its campaign. How do you just ditch that? Like, how do you
That's
just like, you don't need
basically
that.
all I remember at the beginning. Because I remember, I've played the campaign on the very first Call of Duty, and I remember it. If I remember right, the first thing I remember in Call of Duty, and I think it was the first one, was coming up onto the beach
Yeah.
with the I think that was coming up onto the beach with those things in the water, and then you gotta try to work your way onto the land, killing them. I think that was the first Call of Duty game, but I could be wrong.
That also sounds like the very first mission of this campaign. But the first campaign mission of this game is D-Day. You're storming Normandy. Like, that's literally kind of exactly what you described. Coming up onto the beaches, hiding behind the things, trying to kill the other guys up top of the beach.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Call of Duty World War II. First time playing since April 26th. And do you know what that was?
I do. Call of Duty week.
It was Call of Duty week.
That was fun. I'm glad we did that. We should do another week.
First career, or first annual Call of Duty week. I know, we gotta do a week like that again. That was cool. All
but
right,
like, what other game has that many different installments?
I know, that's the thing.
But you have
well,
do a lot of racing anyway.
that's true. Very true.
That's the normal.
Sport week, sports week with.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
There's more than 7 of them, but we could do a couple in a day if we had to.
Oh, you don't have to do them all. You just do the big ones.
And I'm not talking about like doing Madden 19 and then 18 and 17 and 16.
No.
Just all the recent ones or ones I have. One game of each sport that I have, or at least each franchise. Because I
thinking Dinosaur Week.
Still keep talking about playing FIFA, and I have not played it yet. And I've had it for like 2 years. It was an older FIFA game that I bought. That was only like $5.
I have the same game.
Yeah, because I think I told you to get it, the same one I got, and here we are. We both didn't play it. I didn't anyway.
I actually played it. I played it once.
The hockey I haven't played in a while either, but that's a really the graphics are amazing, and I got 17, so I think that game's really one of the coolest games because the way it is, the announcing, and the whole replay thing. It actually shows the NBC Sports logo, like going into replay, like you're watching it on TV.
That's cool.
All right, it's been a while since I did this. All right, find match.
But you know, though, if you do a week like that, it doesn't even always have to be all different games. It could just be like 2 games. You do multiple times. You know what I mean?
Would you say
because some games,
couple games multiple times?
Yeah, you could do that because some games are better to be played more than once. You could do like Dinosaur Week where you did Jurassic World a few times and Ark a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Ark isn't a game that you play once. It's not like Madden where it's a game of football. It's continuing. I mean, so you can do a few of those, a few Jurassic Park.
What about Shark Week of doing Subnautica every day?
You could do that.
There's nothing else with Shark Week though.
Well, Shark is oddly specific. I don't even think.
What gun did I use? I don't remember.
I don't think there are sharks in Subnautica.
Team deathmatch.
Actually.
Time to show what you're made of, soldier.
Man, it's been a while.
Move out, take position.
Jeez.
Enemy inbound.
1-1, folks. You know another thing that's kind of killing gaming in general sometimes? Not sometimes, it is.
I died already. Oh, come on, that's not even fair. I didn't even get...
2 and 2. You know what's also kind of killing gaming in general?
What?
YouTube. YouTube is literally hurting gaming. Because they're starting to demonetize, well, in this case it doesn't really affect you because you, you know, you're not making money from YouTube, but the YouTubers are getting demonetized for playing games that show any kind of blood and gore, aka Call of Duty. You know Mortal Kombat 11?
Yeah.
They expected this game to have so many sales, but since nobody can put it on YouTube, nobody really bought it because they can't let's play it, they can't do tutorials, you know, they really can't. So this is how bad it was. They had to drop the price down to $50 instead of $60 the day after release.
Are you serious?
The day after. The day.
It was that bad?
It was, yeah. And people explain why they didn't get it, because they couldn't put it on YouTube. YouTube's gotten so like specific about that, where like it's literally hurting gaming. But
wait, YouTube. Wait, that's only for the people that get paid for it?
I mean, they're not gonna take down your video or anything, but they're demonetizing some. So yeah, you can't get paid, no advertisements. And some of them, and like really bad games, they'll even age restrict. So your account has to be sure that you're over 18 for you to even watch it.
Oh.
And when it's that, they'll filter it out of search results, so it's hard to find. So that's also happening at the moment. But also, I love how there's 6 people on our team, 4, 5.
Check your weapons. Hunt the enemy.
But
stay wary. Pick your shots.
we should do a themed week soon.
We're dominating them.
Another
Keep
one.
pushing.
I really enjoyed the themed weeks. They're fun. Also, that helped move the week along.
It actually did. That's a good point. I could have used that this week because, man, it was slow. Ah!
I did, I think, almost every night at Call of Duty Week with you, except Black Ops 3. I remember. I didn't do Black Ops 3 with you. And that's because someone was over here.
And you didn't do the other ones that you didn't have, which is, what, Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare?
You did those the same night, though, right?
Yeah, the first night, I think.
Because
no,
I didn't have them.
Second night. Because I think I did World War II. Oh!
Yeah, we started and ended with World War II. Which I'm glad we did that, because, you know, this is really the game that, you know, got me to like Call of Duty. This is a really fun game. And yeah, it can get annoying, but like this game doesn't pick me off the way Black Ops 4 does. It really doesn't. I don't know why. Black Ops 4 really gets me mad sometimes. This really doesn't. And that's another thing. World War II did not have updates every 3 seconds. I don't know what Treyarch is doing, but why they're releasing updates every second really gets me going.
Come on. Wait, how did I get...
Enemy recon
I
aircraft
thought I
in
had
the
2
air.
kills right off the bat. What?
A little rusty.
I'm very rusty. Are you kidding me?
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Enemy recon aircraft in
Don't
the
fuck hear
air.
that.
Oh my god.
The one thing in this game, though, that was annoying, and it's still annoying, is how overpowered the shotguns are. Dude, they're still just as overpowered as they were. I love it, though.
Oh, and how overpowered the stupid air missiles are.
Well, they're kind of harder to get, so I understand that a little bit more. Yeah, they're still overpowered. I think they're still a little too low. But, man, the shotguns, dude, they'll just one-tap you.
I got one kill right off the bat. And I haven't got a kill since. That's funny. Not really, but... Dude, are you serious? They were gonna be my kill. Oh my god. You.
Nice. You just walked into the fire and died. I did the same thing.
What
I was right in
happened?
front of you. Yeah.
Are you joking me right now? Are you kidding me?
Shotgun? Yeah, you got shotgun.
Fighter aircraft approaching target.
Shotguns are still overpowered.
Hey, I got a kill. Awesome.
I got one kill. Yes. Dude, I don't know this map particularly well. I hear that noise.
Oh my god.
I got him for you last night. I avenged you.
Good. Oh my god. That's the same guy!
What's time? Oh wow, oh. We're about to win.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Recon airborne.
Alright, that's a recon. And I...
That was horrible. Oh my god. That was absolutely...
Still better than your 0-kill game, though. Now that was horrible. Now, I believe on this game, even if you're on the losing team, I'm pretty sure you can get play of the game, right?
Good question.
I think so. I think I remember that. You know, that's a big thing for me. Because I feel like if you have the best play of the game, it doesn't matter if you're on the losing team, it should get shown. You know?
Yeah, I know.
I don't care if you lose. If you get a 5K, like, really quick,
which is kind of the way the NFL is, too, because they, you know, you only get MVP if you're the winning team. Or, you know, pretty much get the Heisman when you're on a winning team or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When it should be, you know, I think this game, no matter what, it just kind of looks for, like, the highest kill in a short amount of time. You know, like, the best play. First, I believe I'm almost positive on Call of Duty Black Ops 4, you have to be on the winning team, which is stupid. If I got a much better play, but I'm on a losing team, it should get shown.
You have to get Wreckfest when it comes out. That game looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for that at all. Ugh.
Oh, you're going to New Hampshire this weekend, I just thought, right? Not
Next
this
weekend,
weekend.
yeah. Well, it's just
Who
for
you going
Sunday.
with?
Dad and somebody from bowling and a couple other people. Well, his kids, but I know both of them from.
Are y'all meeting there, or are you all gonna go there?
We're meeting around here and we're all riding together.
Oh, gotcha. Whose car are you taking then?
Advance and take position.
Dad's driving this time. 'Cause, the other guy, Randy, drove last week because we went to Epping, the three of us.
We're winning the fight.
Can't believe your car needs new brakes. That sucks.
Yeah, you know how much I spent on it?
180?
I wish.
Let me guess. It was more than that?
Of course it always ends up being more for me, yeah.
How
yeah.
bad?
It was...
I heard a 6! Yeah, that's not good. If it starts with a 6, that's bad.
It was 686. So...
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Was it more than brakes then?
Yeah, the rotors, and even though I just had everything in the back done almost, so I don't know.
Oh my god. Did you get it done, or are you getting it done?
I got it done. I had to apply for a credit card for Monroe because I couldn't afford it. I had nothing. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was a mess today. Oh, because I dropped the car off at 9:45 this morning. I ended up picking it up at like 5:30, but.
Oh, you got it.
Because they called me at like. I dropped off at 9:45. I think they called me around 11:30 or 12. And I'm hoping maybe it's a phone call that it's over. I can come get it. And once I heard, yeah, the front and back, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm thinking, great, here we go. What is this gonna be? I'm like, yeah. Jeez, I almost thought that was somebody from my team. I almost didn't even shoot him. Yeah, it was something. That was interesting.
But you got it now, so it's working?
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch your check engine light come on tomorrow.
I don't even want to see that light right now.
Ever again.
Yeah, really.
Man.
We have the lead.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I should have killed that guy. That was uncalled for on my part.
So you had to get a credit card?
Yes. Well, yeah, I had to get a credit card through Monroe, which it was a $500 limit, so I still had to figure something else out. But it was better than nothing.
Yeah. So now you're gonna.
So I tell you right now, I did not have 600. That's for sure. I barely had the 180 that I was thinking I was gonna spend, and I never even went to Lebanon tonight either, cause well, first I knew I wasn't gonna have money for that right now, and two, I didn't even have my car anyway until almost 6. So
yeah. Well, at least you got the car repair out of the way.
Yeah, for this year.
I know that's what it feels like, right?
Yes.
But
oh, hello!
Fighter aircraft ready. Call for a strafing run.
Yeah, so, with how much I wanted a Nintendo Switch when I get my thing, I don't know if that's gonna work anymore.
Yeah.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
I know, but
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
at least you can drive again without worrying about like your brake.
Yeah.
Liaison bomb mission underway.
Oh, dude, there's 3 people together. Oh my god. Right when I use my glide bomb, there were 3 people together, and then right when it starts coming down, they all run different directions. I don't even get one of them. Because one guy went after, ran inside a house. Right as they did it.
Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky.
Oh, dang it. Dang it.
I cannot believe that. 686. Wow.
Yeah.
No.
That is 3 times in a row, Brandon. I brought my car for brakes. 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row, 3 times in a row for brakes, which is once a year it seems. Every one of them turned out being over $600 on something that it was, you know, 2 brake pads for the front only cost $180. So.
I mean, it's an older car, so that type of stuff's gonna happen. But
It's the same, but the funny thing is, it's the same thing over and over again. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's nothing else. That's the biggest problem I've had with that car is the brakes. And you think when they're new, it's the part,
they would laugh.
not the car. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, well, I get it because it's me. It's my luck. That's how my luck goes. So. And,
but maybe like the brake pads for that old of a car aren't gonna last as long no matter what compared to like
pretty sure brake pads are the same pretty much all the way around. I don't think they're pretty much the same exact thing in every car.
Even that old of a car though?
I think so. Well, I haven't had a car in the 2000s, so I don't know what they look like with the tire off, but well, yeah, I sort of do, because I used to do tires when I took the wheel off. I mean, they all look basically the same. It's just the calipers holding the pad. The calipers are probably all look different, but the pads should be the same little piece, mostly.
Yeah.
And the messed up thing is, it wasn't even the outside where we could see it. It's on the whole other side of the rotor, on all the rotors that need to be replaced too. The other side, the inside part of it, that you can't see from outside. Because every time I looked at it, I'm like, it looks fine. I don't get it. Now I get it. Because they brought me in to look at it, and yeah, I could tell the rotor on the inside had some grooves in it. So yeah.
Eliminate the enemy.
It wasn't groovy. I know that.
Remember your training. Make us proud.
I'm not a fan of this map. Oh my god, I'm getting shot at already.
There are better maps.
What?
There are better maps. So how long do you have to pay off the 500?
It's 6 months interest free, but I'm gonna. The good thing is I get that check next month. But
how much is that check? Is it extra? Like a lot extra? Like enough to cover that extra?
Yeah.
You could just, yeah. You probably just pay off the whole thing.
Yeah, all the 500 and
whatever's left.
my other credit card too.
Oh. Well, is that the check you were talking about buying the Switch with?
Yeah.
Well, what you should just do is just pay off both the credit cards and then just take whatever's left and put that aside for a Switch down the road.
Yeah.
That would be... that could work. And at least you'll have something towards the Switch. Because you like, for the pre-orders of the games, you put a little bit, you know, each little bit money each time, right?
For what?
Like for the game pre-orders, don't you sometimes like pay like $5 this time, $10 this time?
Yeah.
Just think of it that way. If you set some money aside from your bonus check, for example, the extra you get, then just every other check just put like another $15 towards, and then eventually you'll have enough.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I still will be able to buy it, but I don't know. I don't want to, you know, I want to pay that off, and then after that, I'll probably have money to buy it, but then I won't have much after, so I'll figure out what I want to do. I'll have to see what it turns out to be, because I don't know exactly what I'm going to get yet.
Yeah, because you know, because the Switch is what, 300? If you saved 200 aside for a Switch, then you'd still have money for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Target position confirmed.
And just get, you know, the other 100 or whatever over time.
See, I know we're getting... I have an idea what I'm going to get. I just don't know what the tax coming out will be, because it's 3.5% of my... Oh, hello. I did not see you there. It's 3.5% of what I make a year. So...
Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
So I have an idea, you know, of exactly what I'm going to get. But then I don't know how much taxes they're going to take out of it. So I don't know what I'll actually get.
Enemy care package
And the worst part about it is it's coming out of the same pay. I'm getting it on the same paycheck as my regular check, so it's all on one check. So it's going to be taxed like heck, which is the most annoying part about it. Which is stupid because it's like money that I work for. Well, the incentive is a bonus, but still.
Yeah.
We've lost fire superiority.
That is annoying. But I would at least make sure you
Recon airborne.
I would pay off that 500 first, because the last thing you want to deal with.
Oh, that I want to get over with, because
yeah,
I never wanted a second credit card at all. The one I have is bad enough that, yeah, that's the first thing I'm paying off, so I can just worry about one card.
Oh yeah, and you know, you never have to use that again if you don't want to. I almost just got a quad kill. I got a triple kill. I might do that.
No, but well, the good thing is, I know I don't want to use it again, but once I pay that off, it's got a $500 limit. So if I have another car problem that I can't afford, I have that, and I don't have to worry about getting another one or applying for another one and going through that crap again.
Yeah.
Because I'll have
it's just like, it's just kind of like what my parents do. They have a credit card that they only use for hotels. They'll only use it for that. So they never have to worry about it normally.
Only use it for cars?
Like, you know, like the big stuff.
Cars
like,
or vacation,
you know,
probably?
Yeah, pretty much. So, like, that way, they can kind of keep track of it, you know? So, for example, like, the Seaside Heights Hotel, that's on that card, and I believe that's all that's on it. Right now. Because, you know, they don't want to lose track. It's just easy to keep track of that way.
Well, the Seaside and probably Watkins Glen.
No, yeah, that's true.
How much of the race? How much of the race did you watch?
I didn't watch it straight through. I put it on. Then I went and I ate something, so I wasn't watching while I was eating, but And I put it back on, and then I watched it from the restart there.
I was so glad Kurt Busch beat Kyle because I did not want Kyle Busch to win. And I was.
Dude, I have 19 kills right now.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
20? Dude, this could be 25 is my highest kill game ever. I'm at 20 right now. I better get play of the game, seriously, at this rate. I even got a knife kill in there. My secondary is a knife. I still don't think I'm gonna beat 25 because look at
you're
we're at
running out now.
68.
You need to get.
I need 5 of the next 6 kills.
Yeah.
Nope, it's dream set. No, but it's the higher kill game. It's easier if you actually have less people on your team because
that's true. But then you gotta worry about them scoring a lot of kills. There's only one more kill left. I'm not gonna get it.
I got I tried to knife a guy for it.
Oh,
That's 21. Probably one of the Emma.
We didn't get it yet? Oh, I was gonna say.
I saw like 3 people shooting one guy. Look at this. How did I not get it? I had a... No, don't give me that. I had a 3K too. Oh, that was a quad. Man! Of course somebody would get a quad kill.
Yeah, I knew Kurt Busch had probably the fastest car of the night, and with that caution coming out was gonna help him. But I didn't think, and then I didn't realize that he took 4 tires, or everybody in front of him took 2. So, but I know they were like the tires aren't that big of a difference, but I think it did help a little bit. Once I saw his tire starting to rub after they made contact, I'm like, oh no.
Oh dear.
I think he said afterwards too about I felt the tire I was at. I wasn't even gonna stop. I was gonna go until that tire blew.
Yeah.
At that point, you're not giving up.
Exactly.
So that was an awesome finish. That was awesome.
Oh, it was. It was good. You know, I just thought that at least we have 3 big things kind of coming up to look forward to.
Yeah.
Normally we try to do one trip early July and the other one like middle August or so. We're literally doing all of them late July and August.
I know.
We're going for it. You got New Hampshire next weekend, then we got Seaside Heights, and soon after that is Watkins Glen, then soon after that's Maine.
The week after is Watkins Glen.
Yeah, and then
so
I think
3 weeks in a row.
break.
I'm going to New Hampshire for the race next week. Going to Seaside the week after. Going to Watkins Glen the week after.
And then I think there's a 1 weekend break, and then I think
break.
After that,
yeah, and then we're going to Maine.
Yeah, so we're kind of jam packed. You are with New Hampshire and everything
Eliminate the enemy.
too.
Remember your training. Make us proud.
And yeah, well, we saw that cabana thing. She first told me about it we were in the car ride. She was talking about it, and she's like, at that point we were still like, should we get it? Should we get it? I mean, like, what should we do? And eventually we just decided to kind of go for it because, you know, it's a big first NASCAR race. It's a road course. It's a big track. I think it's a hot day, you know.
Most likely it will be because they always seem to be.
And you don't want to sit, at least me and her especially, does not want to sit in the hot bleachers, grandstands with completely surrounded by people. You know, on a hot day with sun beaming down on you. You know, we'd rather have a place to kind of relax in the shade on our own, not worry about that. And that's what that cabana is. like our own little area. So, of course, you're always welcome to walk around the track. Sure, you're gonna want to do that.
Yeah.
And I'll walk
and
with
then
you.
especially at the end of the race, I kind of want to get on the front stretch there, walk towards the front stretch, because they always park right there at the, like almost at the start-finish line, and get out and talk at every track they do.
Yeah.
And plus, you get to see the burnouts and the donuts and all that stuff. Whoever wins.
Oh yeah. But I mean, at least when you're not walking around and you're, you know, relaxing, we got a nice private cabana to ourselves. We got free water. We got free beer. We got practically our
24 pack of beer. I heard. I don't even know what the beer is, but I'm sure it'll taste better when it's free.
And then we pretty much got our own line for concessions. I believe the only people we share it with is the other 5 cabanas.
Yeah,
So,
that's a big difference too, because some of them can get pretty.
Yeah, especially at like something like that. Yeah. So we kind of splurged a little bit, but I'm glad we did. I think I'm making a more enjoyable race too, you know. Especially, you know, if you want a water bottle, I don't want to wait in a 25-minute line to get a water bottle.
That's a good point. Especially if it's warm, that'll be a nice.
You know, you don't have to wait in a long line. Just open a cooler and grab it. You want a beer? You don't have to wait in line. Just open a cooler. It's right there.
Yeah, it's
you know,
neat.
and there's going to be leftover beer. You can have it. So, yeah, we're not going to drink it. So, yeah, it's going to be nice. We get our own preferred parking, so we don't have to deal with the big parking mess.
Yeah.
We get our own preferred parking. I mean, it was a little pricey, but I'm happy. It's gonna make my first NASCAR race more enjoyable, you know? I don't want to miss half the race in lines and stuff.
I know.
So, we don't have to worry about it. And if we do want food or something, we really don't have to wait at much of a line. We make our food first.
And they usually have good food at the tracks too, especially sausage and pepper is always good no matter where you go.
Well, you know, wait in line for it. You can order as many as you want.
Oh, you kidding me, dude?
Fighter pilot inbound, strafing the target.
Man, just doing a few rounds of this game really makes me, you know, want to play this more. We should play this game more. I don't know why we don't.
I know. Well, or like Modern Warfare 2, like, or Modern Warfare Remastered, like we were just talking about with campaign.
Yeah, but you know, like if you want to do like a battle royale, if I'm in the mood for that, my go-to is gonna be Blackout. I'm not a Fortnite person. I'm not really an Apex Legends person. It's gonna be Blackout.
You're not a Fortnite person anymore?
I never really was.
You were shut up about me trying to get me and Deanna to play it.
Well, I wanted you guys to play it because I figured it'd be funny because we could all suck. But I was never a big, like, compared to some people, I was not bad at all. I mean, I was really into it for a while, but I was never, you know, huge. And I stopped playing it months ago. I don't even have the app installed anymore, dude. It's a waste of space.
Oh.
Like, they do it in seasons to give you a perspective. I stopped playing after Season 4 ended. They are just about to end Season 9. I stopped playing 5 seasons ago. That's how long it's been since I played that game.
We gotta play Rocket League again, man.
Yes.
We're gonna be so bad at that when we get back to it.
I know.
I was just getting used to the
Like
flying
aerials
through
and
the
stuff.
aerials and all. Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh, there's a whole I think there's a whole fiasco today at Grandma's with Bill. Whole fiasco. There's always a fiasco, right?
What happened?
Some truck was at the neighbor's place or whatever, and it hit a phone line and it knocked a phone line down in her driveway. So Bill went over, and he didn't know what to do. He knew it wasn't an electrical wire, but, you know, he didn't really want to touch it.
Yeah.
So somebody came and they put it on a tree branch hanging over the road. That's smart.
Yeah, totally. That's...
So he calls Verizon and's like, yo, okay, your phone line's down. Can you get somebody over here to fix it? They say, oh, we can have somebody out there by next Thursday. He's like, what?
Are you kidding me?
He knows Grandma didn't want him to leave until it was fixed, and he was not about to stay there until Thursday. So he's like,
Thursday?
bro?
Oh my god.
So my mother ended up calling Grandma at the time, and she told him the whole situation. So my mother's like, I'll call Verizon. So she calls Verizon, and the guy says, all right, this is emergency. We'll have somebody there in 4 hours. She's like, okay. So she tells Bill at 6. So he's probably like, okay, well, somebody will be here at 10 latest. So I shouldn't have to sleep over or anything. So it's 8 o'clock. You know my mother, she's impatient. So she calls Verizon again. And she's like, so do you have any update on like when the truck's gonna get there? And the guy goes, yeah, somebody will be there within 24 hours.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
It's like, what you said? The guy goes, you were misinformed. He meant to say 24 hours. So my mother's flipping, and she's like threatening to call the public service committee. And the guy's like, I'm sorry. So she calls Bill, and Bill's like livid. He's like, are you serious? You didn't want to hang around till 6 o'clock, you know, tomorrow. So they decide, you know what? Let's just call the non-emergency police number and say that there appears to be a wire hanging above a road that's a hazard, and you can kind of lie and say that there's kids playing in the road. They did that. They both did. So a police guy shows up, and he kind of moves it under like a better branch, like a thicker branch that's not so much over the road. It's like a thing. So he must have called Verizon himself, the police guy, and said to do something. And then, so the police car pulls away, and then he comes back 2 minutes later, and he goes to Bill, he goes, a guy on Verizon just texted me, he'll be here in 30 minutes. So lo and behold, a guy was supposed to come at 9:30. We never heard back. But I don't know if the guy ever came, but he told the police officer he'd be there by 9:30. So it went from Thursday to 4 hours to 24 hours to 30 minutes. And that fiasco occurred today.
Well, so while you were doing all that, I was trying to figure out how to pay for my car. That I had to...
Yeah,
that's...
Today was just an interesting day.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the greatest day.
But... yeah. So... Well, when is your paycheck this week or next week?
Next week.
Oh. It's not even this week?
No, this is all very beginning, so I got a whole other week and a half to go.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really burns, man. At least if we're getting paid this Wednesday, at least we can kind of manage.
Oh yeah, it would have been a lot easier, I know.
Well...
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Really, an assist on that? Come on, man.
So I can imagine you don't have too much left in the next week and a half.
No, not really. Thank God the tickets for New Hampshire paid for, so...
That's true.
I mean, the only thing... I don't really buy souvenirs like I used to, because... You know, I've been to enough races where it doesn't... I don't need it anymore. Like I used to. And plus...
Too nice.
Plus, I'm telling you right now, that is one advantage to not having Kenseth Racing anymore.
You know,
Because... Yeah. Because... Even with Kenseth Racing, I can't tell you how many times I said I'm not gonna buy much I don't need to buy anything, and then I see a bunch of Kenseth stuff, and yeah.
You buy it? Well, you're gonna buy something at Watkins Glen, I can imagine.
And that's another good thing too. Oh, jeez. Is New Hampshire will be a lot easier on top of that because I know I'm going to another race 2 weeks later, so if I wanted something, I can get it then.
Yeah. But I can imagine you want to buy something Watkins Glen related at the race, right?
Yes, because, well,
never
every race I go to, I always buy the, you know, the event t-shirt. I usually get the event t-shirt, the pin, and the program. That's what I usually get every race.
Yeah,
that's all I get, usually.
That's probably what I'll get, too.
And the program that I get usually comes with a little die-cast car with the race, you know, the race name on it and the date and everything. And I got the last 5 races I went to, I got all the die-cast for, so I like that little die-cast car that comes with it. With the track.
Yeah.
I should bring them, well, you'll see them, but I'll probably maybe I could send a picture next week. Or, I could take the picture of the ones I have. But if I forget, I could try to take a picture of the next week when I get it. The new one.
Enemies down!
Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky.
So at least you have good stuff coming up that you may can afford, though.
Recon aircraft in your area.
Yeah, but I most likely won't be buying anything from anywhere else.
Not much.
Dropping A's on bomb.
I can deal with that because I want to go just to go. I don't care if I buy anything or not. I like just getting out. I don't need to buy anything from like Seaside or anything. Well, that's the thing that's messed up too, because going to Seaside, if they have something with Jersey Shore, I would want it. Of course, that's the first trip.
I mean, though, like, Maine, you've been there before, you know?
Yeah.
So you don't need anything there. Watkins Glen, you'll probably, you know, get the shirt and everything, because you've never been there. Seaside Heights, you've never been there. Well, actually, have you been to Seaside?
What?
Have you been there before, Seaside Heights?
No.
No, yeah. So, you could always get something kind of cheap there that just says Seaside Heights. So you have something from there.
Yeah. Or like a hat pin or something that says Seaside Heights I'll get, because I like hat pins everywhere.
Just like a $5 hat pin that says See High Heights. That's all you really need, souvenir-wise. Just
Or
shows you've been there.
magnet, because
A
we
magnet.
started getting magnets for the fridge and stuff, collecting them too now. Which, actually now, yeah, I don't even know, I don't really have a New Hampshire magnet. I have the race magnet that says Foxwoods Casino 301, but I don't know if it, does it say New Hampshire on it? I'm sure it does, actually.
Well, are you going there again?
Yeah,
You're probably
that's where I'm going
there
next
again.
week.
No, I'm past that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
See, you'll probably go there more than Watkins Glen. So if you really couldn't get it next time because you couldn't afford it, then you can always just wait.
And I read, too, I think this was just last year, that actually, even though it's a road course, I guess it was voted one of the best tracks. Watkins Glen.
Really?
And I don't know if I told Judy the other day that I know somebody. I went to New Hampshire with him back in 2011. Him and two other guys of his friends there. And it was his first race ever. And I just messaged him the other day because I know, you know, he's been to New Hampshire and a few tracks and stuff. And I haven't talked to him in like 5 years. Actually, probably longer. And I messaged him, I'm like, do you still go any more races or anything? And he goes, yeah, I'm going, yeah, I do. I'm going to New Hampshire and Watkins Glen. And I'm like, oh, funny. I am too. I said, you know, if I had money and time, I'd love to go to Pocono in between too, because I would love to say I went to 3 races in a row.
Remember your training. Make us proud.
It's true.
And do you believe, what are the chances of all 3 tracks being between 3 hours and 20 minutes and 3 hours and 40 minutes from us?
Yeah, we're like at the dead center.
Yeah. They're all in each... Watkins Glen and New Hampshire, completely opposite directions, east and west, and Pocono is south. And so I thought that was pretty neat.
How did they get their cars there? Did they fly them or drive them?
Trailer.
Obviously, I'm flying fan.
Well, they
like,
all
yeah,
have
like,
their trailers. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I knew you wouldn't see one of those things on the highway, but like...
But, you know, if they have races that they go from the East Coast to the West Coast, usually, because most teams, I think, have 2 trailers. So I know what, like, in the beginning of the year, they start off at Daytona. Well, next year, it's going to be Daytona and then Atlanta. Oh, no, wait, no, they did Atlanta. They've been doing Atlanta second, and then going out to the West Coast from there. So, what they usually do, I know, is once that Atlanta's over, the trailers there go back to the shop, because the shops, 90% of their shops are in North Carolina. So that's where they all come from. So if they're on the East Coast, most of them will go back, you know, the trailer that leaves the track goes back to the shop. In the meantime, one of the trailers at the shop's already starting to head out to, all the way out to the West Coast, like California or whatever.
Interesting.
And, which is another thing, if I ever go to Charlotte, North Carolina or anything, you can take a tour through all the shops, and you can see their, you know, how many race cars they all have in there of each driver, how many cars are all being built and all that stuff.
Wow. You know, that reminds me of you saying that. When we were considering the cabana the one time, I was looking it up. Actually, you know what, I was looking it up? Because we were actually planning to surprise you with the cabana. We were planning to do that. But that kind of didn't work because you kept asking where our seats were. You're like, where's the seats? You texted her and we're like, just ignore it. Maybe you'll forget. You didn't forget. You didn't.
I was curious
Yeah.
because I was kind of hoping we were somewhere in turn 1 because I looked at it, I'm like, where would the best seats be? A lot of people were saying
Enemy
turn
recon
1
aircraft in the air.
is where you could probably see the most of it. So
Where our
I was kind of
advantage
hoping, yeah.
Fritz X-bomb mission underway.
But I was looking it up and I found this ticket. It was an extra 500. Insane. But you got all these extra things, and one of them was like, it was like, what was it called? Like a hot laugh or whatever.
A hot pass or the pit pass thing.
No, it wasn't a pit. It was like a laugh.
Enemy
And
care
Oh.
package
I wanna-
observed. Deny the enemy resupply.
I want to figure out what that was. You saying like you get to drive a lap around the track? Like that cannot be. There's no way. Is there a way?
Possibly.
They let people drive laps around the track with like one.
Get to cover. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
It might be. I know Lime Rock Park in Connecticut you can drive on.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
That's gotta be really cool, driving on a NASCAR track.
Yeah, and you can. I mean, Lime Rock Park, you can take your own car on the track and drive it around and like race it if you want. I only know because Kyle Harper, I know, took his Corvette on Lime
Really?
Rock Park. I
Enemy
think.
recon
Yeah.
aircraft in the air.
How many laps will I let you do?
I don't know.
Can't imagine too many.
I hate this map so much.
Enemy recon
I like it.
aircraft in
People
the
keep
air.
placing these mines though. Here's a triple. There's. Oh my god! And then I get hit by a mine. That's so obnoxious. Dude, I have 20 kills again.
Oh, come on!
Dude, I could get my 25 here.
Enemy
Oh,
recon
I know you just gotta hope they
66.
don't get 70 right now.
Okay, I got one.
Enemy care package observed. Deny the enemy resupply.
No, stop, guys, teammates, don't die. Sorry, Wes, I saw
But
that. I'm sorry.
Sid, Jesus.
I'm sorry, that was me, but it's for a cause.
Enemy flamethrower observed.
I'm
Get
2
to
kills
cover.
away right now. Oh my god, but they're 3 away. No!
Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy flamethrower on the battlefield.
Guys, please. Oh my god. Yeah, I was the last kill because somebody placed one of those mines. And I ran over it. And I just killed him.
Don't you hate that?
Dude, and again, I love how I didn't get play the game. I had 3 triple kills. Not a single one of those made it. Dude, that was a double kill, wasn't it? How did my... Wow. Dude, I'm actually doing really well today.
Yeah, and you haven't played in how long? Jesus.
I know. You got 1 in 16. Jesus. Wes. How?
Watch my stream, you'll find out.
I mean, I saw you get blown up by those mines a few times, but I mean, Jesus, man. That's bad.
That did seem like a lot of my game in that one right there was the stupid mines.
They're overpowered. When's that Wreckfest come out?
August 27th.
Oh, you got time then, I was thinking.
Yes. And that's actually right after I get my check, so.
Is that 60?
Actually, there's a $40 version. I got the 60 because I was assuming it was gonna be 60 anyway. So I'm like, what the heck? It's a deluxe edition. I don't remember exactly what is extra, but thinking it was gonna be 60 anyway. I like the case and might as well get the deluxe version since that's what I thought I was gonna spend. So that's what I did.
I'd probably get the 40 if I already get it.
I got the 40 for Crash Team Racing. I didn't get the $60 one there.
Move out and take position. Hostiles inbound.
Now NASCAR Heat, I pre-ordered the deluxe, whatchamacallit. I did pre-order the $70 one.
What's the difference? What makes the extra 10?
It's got this. It's an extra 20 because it's $50.
Oh, okay.
But the big thing is you get it 3 days earlier, and it's got the Jeff Gordon Steelbook along with a you can unlock one of his paint schemes as like a retro DLC or something, and pre-ordering it you can play Martinsville, do Martinsville at night in single player, because that's a thing that's gonna happen next year. Next year there's gonna be the first night race at Martinsville in one of them, so they put it in the game early for people who pre-order it. So there's a few things, and obviously all which I always buy anyway, is all the paint scheme pack and everything, all the DLC packs also included in that. So not that bad. And
yes,
you still get the $50
voucher.
Yeah. Which basically, yeah, I mean $50 to me. I know the games always needed work. They've gotten better since they first started making them. But everybody complaining about it and everything, I just like, look, if you don't want to buy it, that's fine. But if you go to races, it's basically free. It's either a free ticket to a race when buying a game, or you buy buy a ticket to the race and you get a free game. I mean, that's not a bad deal at all, because I go to races, so it's really worth it for me regardless of if the game isn't the greatest at the moment or not, because I use that $50 voucher to go to a race, so it's almost like going to a race for free, so why not?
And though, and I understand that games can have problems like that, and I understand it can be annoying. Like, oh, the AI, it's not that great. But do people realize how hard it actually is to program an AI?
Especially a 40-car field.
And
that's what some people do know that. Where the heck did you come from? How did I miss them all? But a lot of people complain, and I know they're in their, this is going to be their 4th game, so it should be, a decent improvement by now. I know that, and they have been improving. There's things that they should have done before they did other things, like some of the rules that they have or some of the way the rules are in the game aren't realistic, which is what a lot of people are mad about, and that's understandable.
Yeah, I get that.
Because
but I mean,
the whole when you speed on pit road, is one of the biggest things that I want in there because, you know, realistically, if you speed on pit road, you're supposed to do a drive-through penalty. You got to go back down pit road and drive through instead of adding 15 seconds to the, you know, adding 15 seconds to your pit stop. I think it's actually going to be more complicated and realistic, but in a good way, more complicated, because I think you were there when it happened to me when I played NASCAR 15 on PS3, because they had, you know, all those rules right in it, where if you pit, and I sped down pit road when I was having a good race, and then when you have to come back down pit road again, you can speed again, and you have to go back down again. So it gives you more chances to mess up, and it really sets the law down, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be more fun
like
that way.
I get. Oh, I get stuff like that. But I don't understand the people who are gonna go and criticize these guys. Your AI isn't good enough. Well, you try to tackle programming 40 AIs to not only drive the track, but to also interact with each other. Draft with each other, you know, that type of thing. How do you do that, you know?
Yeah.
And not only that, to work with the player who is also racing with the AI, to not just owe them, to detect if the player's there. Oh, then don't drive right into them. You know what I mean?
And what I said too, I think, is the biggest problem that 704 games has to face is because it's a next generation console. You know, where EA used to make the games, they did a lot of fun things to it that I always enjoyed, and the graphics and all that stuff back then weren't the greatest compared to a lot of things. But now with the next gen consoles, and that's what the problem is, 704 has to face, and they're sort of a newer company that isn't as big as all these other companies. So they at the same time as they need work, I know they're not. They came a long way by themselves after the first game, because that first game was not good at all, and they've come a long way since then. And the problem I feel with that is, with all these games out now, like iRacing, out, with, you know, Project Cars 2 and Gran Turismo, a lot of the graphics and all that stuff, with now, they're up against a way higher bar than the older games were for a new company like that. And it almost kind of feel bad because they're getting heat for that, but that's just because of the other games are so good now that the bars are set higher.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep thinking, like.
Well, I see what you're saying. But, you know, another thing to me is, like, if you want to criticize rules and stuff that should be changed, like what you said with the pit road stuff, okay, I get that. That's a nice improvement for the next game. But if you're going to start criticizing something that isn't a rule or something like that, and it's like, dude, your AI sucks, this sucks, and all this stuff, if it's that bad, then either don't get the game, or fix it yourself. Because if you're going to start criticizing these people to fix these problems, and you can't do it yourself, then, you know what I mean? And I want to know, like, because remember, like, NES games, right? Like, way back here. Like, NES games.
Yes.
Remember, like, all these people used to have so much fun doing, like, NES football. Was that realistic at all? Absolutely not.
I know.
Do people still love doing it? Yes. When was the point in history, in gaming history, that things had to be realistic for people to have it considered fun?
That's true, you didn't think about that, because I remember...
Where is that point?
The old Atari, when the guys are running sideways across the screen, and Oh my
That was
god.
nowhere near realistic, but people still found that fun. So where was the point where it had to be realistic for people to like it?
Yeah,
Where
that's what
was
all the
that
graphics and everything have done now. That everybody's
Why do you
expecting
think
everything to
Madden-
get better and better and better. When at some point it's just not going to get better, because how much better can you
No.
get? You keep thinking every single
Exactly.
time.
You know, like, remember Madden used to have, like, the mummies or whatever?
Yeah, the mummies versus the
You know
marshals.
why that was
Ah,
gone?
Learn from this.
Because people weren't considering it fun because it wasn't realistic. That's why they're gone now. People didn't like it because it wasn't realistic. And if you don't like it because it's not realistic, then don't play it. But
Exactly.
then don't complain about it.
and that's
No
the
one's
thing too.
forcing you to
And that's
play
what
it.
bugs me is people complaining. This is what really irritates me, and that's what I heard about the Madden games. Why they don't put the coin toss and all that stuff in the beginning anymore like they used to is because people didn't want to wait around for all that. I'm like, you talking about a lot of people want realistic, then add the whole coin toss and everything in the beginning. You can always add an option to skip it. That whatever you get
Exactly.
people who want to watch it, and we've been saying this with the NASCAR Heat too, like more presentation before the races, like the old EA games had, because EA did really good with a lot of the beginning of the races, and it was lifelike because it actually talked about you and how your season was going and everything, and how other people's seasons were going in the beginning of the race, and it showed the cars on pit road. If you look on YouTube and watch some of the NASCAR Thunder 2004 is one of everybody's favorite games. The career mode was almost the best career mode anybody's ever played. Watch
Yeah.
like them start off the race. You know, the night race. They always ended like the show. You heard they showed the cars on pit road as the camera's moving, and it was like the end of the national anthem. And then at the night races, it showed fireworks, and in the day races, it had the flyover. And it showed all that, and this is, and that's what happens. See, they set the bar high, and that's what a lot of people are mad about with the new NASCAR Heat games. That nothing, like a lot of the older games were better because it had all that, and it's true. I know they're a newer company, but 704 has a few people that used to work at EA with the NASCAR games. So, hopefully they can make things better. But yeah, with the Madden, people, and with the presentation though, you can have a decent length, like, pre-race thing in NASCAR Heat.
Yeah.
Like a good minute or so. Minute and a half. If somebody wants to skip it, they can just hit a button and skip it.
Exactly.
But then people can still see the beginning if they want to, or they can skip it. Like, how can they complain either way? If there's an option to skip it, then shut up about any presentation. If you can skip it, then you have no reason to complain about it.
Yeah, but hitting that X button 2 times is a lot of work. People don't want to do that. They want it their way.
I know.
But then there's also the people who are gonna go, dude, there's no pre-race presentation. This game sucks.
Yeah, a lot of us want the pre-race because we
I
want it to
get
be.
that.
That's realistic. I think the pre-race really, you know, that it really gets you pumped up like you're actually racing.
Yeah.
And
I understand, like, from your point of view where you want it, but then there's also the people who are gonna say that the game's not good because it doesn't have it. And that comes down to the point again. Why is a game not good just because it's not perfectly realistic? Something like the pre-race, I understand why you'd want it, but you're not over here saying the game sucks because it doesn't have it. But then there are people who do that. You know what I mean? Who say the game's not good because it doesn't have this, because it's not realistic enough. But then why? I don't get people. I don't. Do you get people? I don't get people.
I know.
You know, you can't please everybody.
No, you can't.
If you don't like it, don't buy it.
And that's
That
why,
is simple as that.
you know, some people are just saying we want options, to give us options. And that would, you know,
Searching for targets.
everybody should be happy if everybody has an option to do what they want to do. Option to skip it or let it play through, whatever.
But then there's even problems with that. Because then if there's so many options, right? Then there's going to be the people that go, oh my god, there's so much options to set up this game. It's such a pain. There's going to be those people. And more people are going to go, dude, this game's taking so long to come out. You know why? Because they're adding all the options all you people want. That's why. And there's those people too. So no matter what they do, not everyone's going to be
Enemy
satisfied.
bomb incoming. Get to cover.
No. Because people are ungrateful, people aren't happy. That's why.
Can't keep this up. Dropping
If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
But you don't need to share, these people don't need to share their opinions, how they feel about games with the world. Because I could care less. If you don't like it for this reason, this reason, or this reason, I don't care. Keep that to yourself. I don't care.
Bombing mission ready. We have the momentum.
Jesus. This ground's shaking too much. Come on, what?
And you know, there are, and you'll definitely know this, there are keywords that if you want to put these words in your title, and it doesn't live up to expectations, you're owed. For example, Crash Team Racing is totally fine, right? It's not realistic, but it's fine, because nobody expects it to be. But the second you include the word NASCAR anywhere in your game, all of a sudden, it has to be perfectly realistic.
Yeah, like a sports game.
The second you include Madden, or, you know, NFL in your game, it's gotta be perfectly realistic, otherwise it doesn't meet people's standards. You know what I mean?
And
There's keywords that if you put them in your game, you're owed.
And I think that's why a lot of the, like the newer NASCAR games now, don't have fantasy tracks anymore. I used to love that aspect about it in the old NASCAR
not
EA
realistic.
games because I loved them adding the fantasy tracks just for fun. It's extra anyway. It's not in the career mode. If you don't want to race it, just don't race it. That's all there is to it. And I miss the fantasy tracks. I loved racing it because it's something different. And, you know.
And guess what?
Honestly,
Nobody would complain about it.
with them adding the Dirt series into the NASCAR Heat, obviously there's a few fantasy tracks there, which, you know, you still have those handful of people that complain. And I know, and I kind of feel this way right now, like I don't want them, see, I'd rather have them work on the physics and the graphics are good enough to me. The physics though, oh, it's so frustrating at times, man. When you hit a car so lightly and you bounce off, they call it the ping pong in effect, and everybody can't stand that 3 games in, and everybody was mad when they kept adding, like when the second game they added the trucks in Xfinity, the third game they added the Dirt.
The Dirt.
Which I know adding a series is going to get people go, oh, this should be fun, a new series, and you get those people, but then you also get the other people that were like, before you add anything, make sure that everything else works good before you start adding stuff. And this game here, the good thing is there's nothing's added. It's the same 4 series, everything's in it. So this one right here, I hope is a big step up, because if it's not going to be good for them, because everybody's expecting a bigger step up with them not adding a series this year. And then there's still people that want, oh, why I don't know why they're not adding another series. And honestly, I don't want them to add another series. I'd rather have them everything work better too, like feel better racing, like because
Oh,
otherwise
yeah.
it's too frustrating. So I'd rather have that first before they do anything. So, but then you still got people that don't care, that just want new series, and that takes a lot of time away from doing a lot of the right
Yeah.
things, adding a series.
No, but I do understand why they added the new series for the the second and third installment. Right?
Yeah, and they knew Dirt was
You
a
gotta
big
look-
hit because the trucks race at Eldora now, so they had the dirt track in there, and a lot of people like the dirt and like them racing at Eldora, so they added.
Yeah. But I mean, if you look at, I understand why they did it, especially if you look at it from an economic perspective, right? They're a small company, so of course
Yeah.
they're gonna try to get as many people buying their games as possible. So if they take the first next two installments and they add new series, now you're attracting different audiences to buy your game to
Yep.
make your company bigger. And now that they got this bigger audience, now they can start working on physics and stuff.
Yes.
So that, I think, is why they added this thing, because they want more audience. And I understand that, especially from a small company. Like, I get that. But, yeah. Now, there's always going to be unsatisfied people. Oh, you didn't add a new series. Because they don't have to. They
Yep.
got what they needed. They wanted an audience, and they got it.
Is there really a lot of people on this map right now? Because it seems full. But yet, why do I not seem like I'm finding anybody in this one? What the
Dude, I
heck?
just got like 5 knife kills. Yeah, I just gotten 5 knife kills. I better get play the game for that.
Recon searching for targets. Recon aircraft ready for mission.
Enemy spotted!
I just, I wish people would just be happy with games,
Yeah,
There's always,
and that's the
you can
thing,
always-
is one game sets the standards way high with really good graphics and
Yep.
physics and everything, and everybody expects everybody to keep up, even though it's different companies doing different things.
The biggest thing is when people are like, why isn't this game like this game? You know why? Because they're not the same game. What? Oh. Why isn't NASCAR Heat 3 shit that's as good as private cars too? Because they're not the same game. That's your answer. They're not the same thing. So why are you putting them on the same standard?
That was pretty amazing. I got a kill during that whole melee of attacks from the sky. Oh my god, I don't know how I got a kill on that. Dang it!
I just keep getting knife kills. This map is so good for the combat knife. It's such a close quarters map. There's people every corner. The corners are the best for the knife. If you just turn the corner and it's like, hey. Oh my god. That one grenade has got 3 people.
Oh. Oh, that's
Liaison bomb.
I do like that 7-1 games there. That, people, I'm sure people were getting on them because the dirt was fantasy tracks, right? I'm guarantee people were on that.
Well, not really. They were on
Really?
the fact of the road course. Because that is, because there is no single dirt road course around.
Yeah, so they were on for the fantasy track.
Which
They weren't happy that there
I
was a
can
fantasy road course.
understand that. And I was kind of skeptical about it, but then I'm like, I kind of I like the fantasy. I like the difference. I like this, that they're doing something different with it. It's not, I said, if it's one track, that's fine. I don't want more, I don't want any more than one road course, because road courses aren't realistic for dirt. But I was okay with the one. I thought it was a fun idea and added to the different, added to the variety. That's the word I was trying to think of the whole time. Added to the variety.
Do you know if that road course is staying in the 4th game? Is it
I
still gonna be
don't
there?
know, and that I
I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope that they ignored the people complaining about it and they left it there. Because I understand it's not realistic, not what you normally see.
and it is a
But what's the
fantasy
problem with
dirt
that?
series. They say
What's
that
the
it's a
problem with
fantasy
that?
dirt series.
It's intended as an experiment to try something different. If you don't like
And
that
it
one
adds to the
track,
career mode
then
because
don't play
a lot
it.
of people come from the dirt racing. So
Exactly.
that's why I like the dirt series in the game. There's people that don't like it.
And I'm happy that they kept it. That they didn't give in to the people
Yeah,
that
I
don't
was
like
worried
it.
because
I'm
at one
happy they
point I
held their
heard
ground.
it wasn't in there, and I
Team
was
deathmatch.
almost wanted to cry. But
You know, I give a lot more respect to companies that are, especially smaller ones, that are willing to hold their ground like that.
Remember your
Like,
training. Make
we
us
believe
proud.
it should be in there for this reason. It's a fantasy thing. If they don't want to play it, then don't. No one's forcing you to. I'm happy
Yes.
that they held their ground on that. I'm really happy. That's how a company's gonna grow. You gotta really stand your ground. You cannot let people run you all over.
I know. And
Taking heavy casualties.
So that's what I like to see that.
and they have been,
We have fire
you know,
superiority.
the NASCAR, some of the people from NASCAR Heat are on Twitter, which is mostly what I started using Twitter again for, because trying to follow, because that's how everybody was trying to find out news about last year's game, in the 2 months before it came out, because sometimes they would answer some questions that they could, and all that,
Yup.
and so that's why I keep looking on Twitter, seeing if any new news popped up of what's in the game or not. And what was I gonna say?
What were you gonna say? Twitter, what's in the game or not?
Oh, that they actually, some people write things of ideas, and they have been trying to add some things of people's ideas into the game. Like, they've been trying to take our input as best they could and trying to put it into the game, and they have been doing that.
And I respect companies that do that. That they actually care what people, They take people's ideas, but they don't let the haters that all they do is complain, they don't let them run the company either. You know what I mean? They hold their ground on what they think is right by keeping the Dirt series, but at the same time they're going to take ideas from people that they think, will actually be beneficial to the game. And that is what makes a good company. I will tell you that right now. That defines a good company. A good gaming company will do that.
Yeah.
So, that's awesome, man.
And a lot of people came out with, wish list videos, and I enjoyed watching them. A lot of people had some great ideas, and a lot of them talking about things that were in the old EA games that haven't been. Oh my God, I didn't hit any one of them too. Oh my God, neither one of them saw me.
And that's awesome, like to see stuff like that.
And
like,
I always enjoyed watching all the people's videos with the wish list on YouTube, and they actually, I don't know if you've seen it. They released during the esports race that they did. They released almost a minute video, basically showing some highlights of gameplay, and it looks a lot better. And I know that Kevin Harvick is on the cover with Tony Stewart on the top of the screen there with the crew chief headset on. So, and with Tony Stewart when him used to race and all that, and he's big into dirt racing. He still races the sprint cars a lot. In fact, he's gonna be at Lebanon Valley tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah. Racing the sprint cars there, which I'm not going this year, but I went last year to it. I went a couple times when he was there. And because he's big into dirt racing, he's on the cover. They actually made one of the dirt late models paint schemes is his 14 car. Even though it's a sprint car, they put it on the late model, but they used like a paint scheme of Stewart's and put it on one of the dirt cars.
That's cool.
So I like that. It would be nice if they actually have his name in the series as well. Instead, because I know since the Dirt Series is fictional, they don't have any like NASCAR driver names. But with it being a NASCAR game and a fictional Dirt Series, I said like they should have put some of the NASCAR drivers that race dirt a lot. Like Kyle Larson's one that races dirt a ton. Like Kyle Larson, Tony Stewart, a couple of the NASCAR guys that race dirt a lot and grew up with dirt and continue to still race dirt races in the middle of the week and stuff between their races. They should still put their names in some of the cars on top of the fantasy names. Well, they don't have fantasy names. It's all people that, when they added the names last season, it's all names of people that work at the company, I think. That's how they did it. It's like actual people. So everybody, all the names in that Dirt Series are all people that work at 704 or their kids or something.
That's cool.
So, but with the addition of Tony Stewart's paint scheme, I'm hoping they actually have Tony Stewart's name in the series as well. Then it'd be like, oh cool, I'm racing with Tony Stewart in the Dirt Series. You know, stuff like that. Casey Kane's another one that he's actually racing dirt now too, since he retired from NASCAR last year. But yeah, stuff like that. I'd like to see a couple real drivers in the mix, even if it's a fantasy series. So what? If it's a fantasy series, why is it like? Why are you not allowed to put real names in a fantasy series? I don't get it.
People try to distinguish realistic from not, and people get mad when people try to bridge those two a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what that would be, and people get upset, and it's stupid that they get upset. They shouldn't. Again, it's completely optional. If you don't want to play it, then don't. No one cares.
And another thing is too, I saw with NASCAR E4 that, and I'm still starting at the Dirt Series no matter what, because that's the whole point of the career, I think, is starting at the bottom, working your way up. Then it feels more accomplished when you get to the top, and when you finally win in the Cup Series, it feel like, it really feels good for you because you worked all your way up through there. But I even though I like that, the realisticness of going from the bottom to the top, I really like that they added a feature into the game. Even though I'm not going to use it, I like that they added the option in that you can start in any series you want. If you want to just race Cup in your career, you could start right in the Cup Series, and that's it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Or you could start in the Xfinity and just do Xfinity and work your way up to the Cup. You could start anywhere. And I still see people being like, why are they adding that? What's the fun of that? I'm like, you then start at the dirt like I'm gonna do. I like that they have the options even though I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah.
I don't like it because I'm not gonna do it that way. I feel like I want to work my way up, but I like that it's in there at the same time because it gives people. It should shut more people up.
It should, but it won't.
Because then that way those people that don't like the dirt can start at the trucks and not have to worry about racing in the dirt.
People, all they ever do is, I swear to God, they buy games just to look for problems.
And just to complain.
Mm-hmm. Because, Side note, I don't care what they have to say. I don't. I don't. If they said nothing, it wouldn't affect my life any differently than if they did. So I really don't care.
And this is why.
So.
Even if I hear,
Check your weapons. Hunt the enemy.
like, a game is not, you know, oh, the game's not as good as I thought, most likely I'll still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like,
Move out and take position.
there's
Hostiles
most,
inbound.
99% of the time, if somebody says they don't like a game, I'll still enjoy it if I had it, because, like NASCAR, I have so much frustration in my career mode at times because of how bad the AI is. I'm in my 7th season still playing it. It's like, you know, I still have fun with it even though I hate it at times.
Yeah.
And I know now, I know why people are talking about the AI, because, man, it is really bad at times. But if you look at some of the gameplay they released, there's some gameplay. You can watch it after this game will back out for a little bit, and just watch the YouTube video and see how much realistic it looks. It looks a lot more realistic, and the fact that the AI is running everywhere on the racetrack is so much better, because I know it is kind of, it really is kind of bad when it's hard to pass when everybody's riding in the same spot and on the fastest part of the racetrack, and you can't get around them because they're all stuck there. And now that they've added more multi-lane racing, which is going to be a lot better, added multi-groove racing, so you can run almost anywhere on the racetrack, and even the AI runs on the outside now. They don't have almost a set line to run, so now they're almost going to be running everywhere. So now you can actually pick and choose your way around them. They'll all be spread out more, so, and it looks so much better.
That's good. I mean,
and the graphics, the detail in the track looks better than this one as well. That looks really good. The detail in the track surface, and just in general, the whole outside of the track, like the trees and everything, looks so much better.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, like, you know, oh, the AI can be really annoying. I want it to be fixed and everything. And I'm glad that they did fix it. But, I mean, some people buy these games and literally expect the AI to be human-like. You know how hard it is to replicate human-like? Like,
I know.
seriously. We have brains, computers don't. You know? We can think whenever, but computers can't do that. People expect them to, and it's kind of absurd, but I'm glad the AI got better. Do they have a set release date?
I don't know if it's exactly official yet. Well, the NASCAR, the little 30-second trailer and the 1 minute long gameplay type video to say September 2019, but when it leaked out with Best Buy, it said September 10th and September 13th.
So like an early September
most likely
release.
Yeah, most likely that is about right, because that's actually a week later than last year. Which is funny how they did that, because I don't mind it. I think they moved it back a week because now they have the 3-day in advance. It gives them, instead of taking 3 days away from them in working on it, they gained 4 days towards the beginning of the the deluxe edition release. It gave him an extra
Enemy
4
bomb
days for
incoming.
that.
Get to cover.
Yup.
Which honestly,
And
I'm okay with, because once Wreckfest comes out, I'll be completely occupied, and I bet you that time will fly by from then on.
yeah.
But the only problem is that is a long way to go to Wreckfest, even.
Yeah. And I don't want that to come because that means my summer's almost over and I don't want to hear that.
What?
Wreckfest, my summer's almost over when that releases.
Oh.
Also, I think a lot of more companies and games are now saying instead of a date, they give a month and a year, like September 2019, because I guess they figure if there's something wrong, they could always push the release date back and nobody would know.
Yeah, at least they put a month out. I've been waiting for Bus Simulator for, it said summer. It says sometime summer 2019, and there's still no fixed date on it yet. And God, that's annoying the heck out of me, because God, I can't wait for that game either. And it's supposed to be, you know, they're working on getting the steering wheel to work with it, because they're making it steering wheel compatible. And I wanted so bad for that game to come out before August 30th, because when Dad comes over here, because we're going to the concert, the Hank Williams Jr. and Leonard Skinner concert, I wanted him to play it. I want him to play it so bad, because, you know, let's see, he can really tell me how realistic it is with, you know, obviously driving a bus and all that. But I don't know if you've seen videos on that, but oh my God, that looks so cool. It's basically like the same realism as Train Sim was, or is, which I enjoy. I haven't played that in so long either, but that game is so much fun. Like, I love the simulator stuff.
Yeah.
And Bus Simulator is one I've been dying to play anything like that, but they've never made it for console ever.
Recon airborne, searching for targets.
It's always been a PC thing, and when I saw that, and this was even last year, I think, when I saw it, the end of last year, I saw a little trailer video. It said, Bus Simulator finally coming to console. I'm like, what? Is this real? I was so excited.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously the videos you watch on YouTube, I know PC and like PlayStation and stuff are different, or consoles, I should say, not PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a different operating system.
And yeah, because in the computer, the PCs are all like 60 FPS, and the consoles are 30. And this is another thing that people. I know everybody wants 60 because it looks so good, but when people are saying one of these like yelling at NASCAR Heat alone about being 60 frames per second, and people don't realize that it's almost impossible with a console. You can't do it, and that's for almost any game. I don't think any game can really do 60 frames per second in console like they can with PC. PC is a whole different thing.
You know, because consoles don't have the operating power. And if you ever look at the PCs that can run 60 FPS, yeah, they're $1,200.
Yeah, I know, that too.
No one's gonna buy a $1,200 console. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, one day is it gonna happen? Yes, one day it's gonna happen. One day it's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably
But
PS7 or something.
Today? No. It's not today. So deal with it.
And you imagine how much more room it's gonna hold too? The game itself.
Oh, I know. You know, a lot of our games now have been doing like the month-year thing. I have a feeling so if they had to push it back, they could. Because if you're like Mario Maker 2, you say June 2019, and you release it on the last day of June.
Well, Wreckfest sort of had that. Well, not that. It was way worse. They've been working on that game for a while. It's been out for PC for over a year, I think.
Yeah, you said.
And it was supposed to come out, and I remember the date. If I think I do. I think it was November 20th. It was supposed to be released. They said, November 20th, 2018. It was supposed to be released. I was so happy because I didn't even know it was gonna come to PlayStation. I heard because I'm like, what game? There's no game in the world that's close to Test Drive Eva Destruction, which was one of the best all-time racing games I have ever played in my life. Because
Oh, back out of the lobby, real quick.
oh yeah,
Mind.
that was one of the best games I have ever played in my life. Because I thought it was so realistic with the crashing and everything. And it was like, if you go to like the Eva Destruction night that Lebanon Valley has every year, they have one night at Eva Destruction, it's like the stuff with the demolition derby, the trailer race where they're racing around pulling a trailer, and if you knock it off somebody's, they're out of the race. But you're also racing like laps, so you're trying to protect your own as well. And stuff like the school bus races, all that stuff was in this. It was basically like your local track with a whole bunch of different events that you can do. And just the variety of events was so much fun. They had whip around race, which you do a full lap. And these were all little local dirt ovals. I think they were all fantasy, but still. They were little dirt ovals like Malta and stuff like that. And they had all like the school bus race. They had figure eight races, figure eight jump race, which going into the figure eight in all four. Well, I say four directions. It's kind of two directions. They had a jump. So you're jumping through the figure eight in midair. So that was the figure eight jump race. And then they had the gauntlet, which is everybody chasing one car. I think the gauntlet was like one big like van or hearse or something that is trying to run a 4-lap race or something, and everybody else is trying to destroy it before it finishes. They had demolition derby, which is obviously you know that.
Yep.
Last car standing. They had push off, which is the same thing, but it's on a little bit of an elevated thing that you can actually push them off the edge and they're out as well. They had flagpole race, which there's 2 flagpoles in like turn 2 and turn 4 in the middle of the track. And then each time you go half a lap, you gotta loop a 360 around the flagpole and keep going. And that was mayhem when you're trying to exit around the flagpole while other people are coming in to try to turn around it. It was so much fun. And then the whip around race was sort of similar. You do a full lap in one direction. Once you cross the line, you have to pull like the e-brake and spin around and go the opposite direction for the next lap, and then the same thing vice versa. You do a lap in each direction and then backwards, and then loop around again, go forward. Next lap around, you cross the line, you loop around and go backward again. So then you're actually going oncoming. When you're going the opposite way around the track, there's other people still coming the other way. So you're trying to avoid getting wrecked and all that as you're trying to race, but you're trying to avoid getting wrecked. All that. And then they had Red Rover, which it was like on a front stretch of a track where there's 2 boxes, and then everybody started side by side all the way across. It was like 10 or 12 cars I think in it, maybe more. And once the green flag happened, you race to the box, and the last one in the box each time is eliminated. And once the second to last person gets in that box, you have to, like, if you're first in a box, try to loop it around and get ready to go, because if you're the last one in that box that doesn't get eliminated, the second that last car that moves on, gets in that box, you have to get to the other side.
That's cool.
So, I mean, if
You
you're,
gotta be quick.
yeah, you got to be quick to turn around and go back in the other box because one car gets eliminated each single time back and forth. And then they had an elimination race where it was a normal race, and then the last car in the race got eliminated each lap. And there was even some other things. There was actually soccer. There was a big soccer ball. It was almost like a Rocket League sort of thing, except with no aerials though. It was almost like a demolition derby. No posts or anything. It was like a demolition derby but you're trying to score a soccer goal too.
That's so cool.
There's videos on YouTube of that stuff too. But search NASCAR Heat 4.
Oh yes, that's what I was gonna do.
Let's see what video.
No, this night has literally been car night. We talked about your car, then we talked about NASCAR races, now we're talking NASCAR games. Now Wreckfest.
Test Drive Eva Destruction.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's actually the first one. It's only 55 seconds, but it looks really good. And they actually you caught a glimpse of the Tony Stewart's paint scheme on the dirt car, the number 14. It's a smoke on it. That's his livery.
Yeah, see, I figured they'd throw something like that, and they're like little.
Yeah, and the track map is added now. There's actually a track map in this game.
First look at NASCAR Heat 4 gameplay.
And the sound sounds so good. The engine actually sounds really, really good.
Like an engine.
Yeah, it actually sounds like a car engine, not a lawnmower or something.
A car engine, not a lawnmower. That's a distinguish.
And the lighting, also, like in the one dirt clip where it shows when he hits him and then spins out, the lighting, the glare off the car looks so good. Of course, this could be PC gameplay as well. It might not be as perfect, but still it should be fine.
This video wants to load.
And this is an early build of it too, so they still could be tweaking more of it on top of it. But
yeah,
when you see Dover, there's cars like all different lines all over the racetrack. One thing I want them to add so much in this game, and I don't know if it's in this one or not, is the day to night transition. Because all the night races usually do start, it's still sunny out, the sun's still setting. So like a lot of the night races, I want that, the day to night transition would be awesome. Because in real life, the track actually changes when it cools down. You think you have a good car in the beginning of the race, and then when the sun goes down, the track temperature cools off. The car might be worse, and all of a sudden things stuck.
No, suck.
Oh yeah.
Like a suck. Let's see.
So,
let's look at this trailer. That looks. Wow.
And the lighting and everything looks so much better at night.
Wow, that 24-second thing was actually only 10 seconds of actual show. The last 18 seconds were just race to September 2019. Pre-order early.
Wait, which one did you watch? The
The
gameplay
30-second one.
Oh.
Like the original teaser. And they showed like 10 seconds.
Yeah, the thing that bugged everybody about that, because a lot of people are like, I don't like those little quick clips like that. You can't really see it how it is.
Well, again, that's marketing. You know, you gotta build up anticipation if you want your game to sell.
Yeah.
Hello, like, every game does that. For a reason.
And people are talking about with the track map in the bottom left. And I can kind of see that because that is kind of annoying and it probably would be distracting a little bit because I've seen other people say it as well. And I
Can you
actually
turn it
thought this
off?
before I seen other people. I'm gonna see if you know what I'm talking about.
Let's see. I got out. There's the dirt. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. But you know, the thing with like the track map at the bottom, if you don't like it, you know, you can always turn it off.
Well, the track map, everybody wanted the track map. What everybody was
Oh,
saying is that other bigger circle around it. I thought the same thing when I saw it too. I'm like, why did they put a circle around it? They should have just blended the track in with the background. I don't know why the circle's there. And that, I guess, it probably could be distracting when you're racing. Because it's a big circle.
it's not that bad. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I mean, it's not. You get used to it.
Like the in-car cams, you probably won't bother, but I don't know.
Keep in mind, this is what? Let's see. 41 seconds of gameplay. I mean, you can't really... How would you know if it's really going to be that distracting or not with 41 seconds worth of gameplay? I mean, it may look distracting now because everyone's looking at it, trying to look at every little detail because the game didn't come out yet.
Yeah, good point.
But when you're actually playing it, would it be that distracting? Once you got used to it?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're used to it, it probably wouldn't bother you. Everybody's used to the track maps from EA where it was basically just the map, you know, the oval, and that's it. It didn't show a circle or any background to that map itself. It was just blended in with the background that it is. And plus,
Yeah.
the track map's always been on the bottom right, so that's going to be different too. And you know, there is people that are like, you know, don't care if the track map is there or not. And people are like, why do you need a track map? You should know the track. And you know, I do know every track, and everybody should know every track. It's been the same racetracks in NASCAR for a very long time now. Everybody should, with the exception of Mid Ohio and Road America and like some of the Xfinity tracks, road courses, because they haven't been in the game. In the older games, it was mostly just a Cup Series, with the exception of a couple games. But
Yeah.
that's not the whole reason I wanted the track. I wanted the track map bad, but that wasn't. Obviously, I know the tracks. That's still not going to help you drive the track any better. You still got to know where to brake and all that. But I've always wanted on there because I like seeing where everybody is on the track. You can see where the leader is. You know, you can see where everybody is on the racetrack itself. And that's what I want, because otherwise you're racing, you don't know where the leader is on the track.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I like to see how much the field's spread out, all that, and seeing so you can see when people are pitting, stuff like that. That's the only reason I wanted it. I care less about it otherwise. I don't need it to find out what the track looks like.
Yeah. I mean, it's finicky. People are a pain. I mean, nowadays in games like this, some people all they want is change, and other people are afraid of change.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like, yeah, the track map being on the bottom left instead of the bottom right. Like, that might take a little while to get used to, but I don't see that as a problem. Like, that's not a problem. It might take you a little bit to get used to, but it's still not an issue. But who knows? Cannot believe what time it is right now.
I know.
How is that already 2:13? That is crazy. Like, seriously. I cannot believe the $686. That is absurd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I can't believe today. Man, we're only 2 hours into the day and I'm already blown away. Today, Sunday.
Yeah, now.
Well, if it was Sunday night, I can imagine you wouldn't be on right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Weren't you up like one morning until 4 a.m. Right one morning before work, I feel like? What am I thinking
Before
of?
work? No. Oh! Not 4 a.m., but I was up to like 2:30 when I was working on Barbara's mom's like tribute video thing.
No, what am I thinking of? There was one night you were like up the entire night. When was that? Wasn't there one night you stayed up like the entire night? I thought I remembered.
Oh well.
I don't know. Now it's gonna bug me. I feel like there was one morning I looked on my PlayStation app and it showed like you started streaming at like 5:30 in the morning. Like what?
Recently?
No, like a few months ago.
The only thing I can think of was maybe back in January when, but it was Saturday night into Sunday. It wasn't a work day. And I
Oh.
say that because I remember getting on early when the Rolex 24 was going, and I was staying up all night for the race. It might have been that because
Maybe that was that.
I was still getting ready to race my Project Cars 2 at 7 o'clock, so I might have got on and practiced a little bit around then.
Oh. Yeah, you know what I bet it was? Yeah, now that rings a bell. Because I remember, were you up? You were up late that Friday before too, right?
All night? No.
No, but you were up decently late. Like this late, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think what it was is I saw a stream that we must have done like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy or something at like 2:30, and then I saw a stream at like 5 something in the morning. So my first thought was like, was he on the thing all night? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yo comprendo, I understand. I don't know, maybe I'm flipping out.
Yeah. Now search, if you still got your YouTube out. Check the, Test Drive Eva Destruction.
Gotcha. That is if I can remember where I put my phone. I constantly misplace my phone in here. In my room. I literally place it different places every time. Okay, it was right there. It was on my PlayStation. Lord knows why I put it there, but... Test Drive Eve of Destruction, you said?
Yeah. That was my favorite like racing game of all time, man. I'm trying to think of what other events they had, because there was even more. Well, oh, the trailer race, which I kind of said. It was a trailer race where everybody's pulling like a pop-up trailer. And then there's one that's similar. It's a train race where you're you're attached to two other cars. So you're leading a train of two cars that you're pulling. And once you come disconnected, you're out of the race.
No.
So,
That's
and
cool.
same way with the trailer race. And these are all, I mean, a lot of those are things that they have done on EVA Destruction. Like figure eights they've done. And like the trailer race and school bus races are all real. I don't know about, and obviously Demolition Derby is a real thing. I don't know about the Red Rover. I haven't heard anything about it, but I wouldn't see why that wouldn't be a good thing to have. Same, and I don't know about the you know, oh, there was a reverse race or forward backward race or something that it's almost like the whip around race where you do a lap in one direction and turn around and do the other one, but
Yeah.
it was you do one lap normal, and then once you cross the line you have to go completely in reverse, facing reverse, and driving backwards around in reverse all the
That's
way
cool.
around, and then pull forward again when you come across the line the next time around.
I see that figure eight thing you're talking about.
They have figure eight in the Wreckfest, and that's what I was getting at, is this game was one of my favorites, and I'm like, there's nothing like it. I wish they'd remake this. Wreckfest has some of these things, and it has the same exact type of feel to it. So this, and Wreckfest, I heard, is probably the closest game to this.
They're gonna get, yeah.
And they have something. I don't know if they have like the Red Rover and but they have the Demolition Derby, they have figure eights, and they have school bus racing all in the test drive, or in the Wreckfest. They also have well, you can watch some of the Wreckfest videos. It looks so good. The crashing mayhem wrecks look phenomenal realism. And
Phenomenal.
pieces flying everywhere on the racetrack, and they all stay there. So when you come back around the next lap, there's pieces and tires all over the track from the tire walls that people run into, and the cars flipping. It's so realistic. It looks so good.
Yeah. Man, let's go to headquarters quick.
Oh yeah, I haven't been to headquarters in a while. I'm still recording too. Whoops. I could have went to headquarters and then looked at all this.
So is anything else new?
I don't think so. There's a whipping around video of Test Drive EVA Destruction.
Send it to me. There's so many of them. Different videos.
Let me find. What's a good one I can send here?
I don't even know. Do you know what the plan is for Seaside Heights?
Nope.
Is that a one night or two night?
Just one night. That I know. I think the only 2-night one is Maine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So don't we normally do two nights? We're doing 2 one nights and then a 2-night
Yeah.
instead.
And
Watkins Glen is taking the place of the other night of Seaside Heights. Okay.
yeah, and know, I usually every year in the summer I try to take, with the exception of June/July, when I take that week around July 4th and the end of June there for the Lebanon Valley, I usually take a week. But I usually like to take a day in August, like just for a longer weekend, just to get one longer weekend in August. And I have the one extra long, like 3-day weekend in July. When I've been going to New Hampshire, I've been taking the Monday off after as well. So I already had that Monday off. So it worked out for me that, you know, that's when we decided to try to go to Maine or something.
Yeah.
Since I already asked for the time off, because it's easier for them to have everybody put in their time off now, so he can plan it out of who's there and make sure there's still people there.
At that lunch that I was telling you about, where I talked to Bill about golf, forget who it was. Somebody said, instead of taking, like, because they had all different, you know, they had time they could take for summer. Instead of taking, like, a big long week like you did, they took off every Friday during summer.
Who did?
I don't remember. Crap. One of them did.
Oh, somebody he knows?
No, they were at the dinner. Somebody.
Oh, somebody from the dinner you went to the other day?
Yeah.
That's actually a bad idea.
They took every single Friday off but one. And that Friday is this Friday. I remember that. They said, because they couldn't, because those complications or whatever. Like, too many people already asked for that Friday off, so they have to work.
That's not a bad idea.
They get all 3-day weekends the whole summer. That must be nice.
That actually is not a bad idea. I
So
like
instead of
having
getting
that week though. You know, it does feel good. It's nice to have a week, but the only, you know, I love the week. The only tough part is going back, obviously. But
yeah.
I feel like I need like a week like that just to relax, and I definitely got my week's worth out. I definitely didn't waste nothing. I did so much that week, it wasn't even funny. Like I said, I think I was more exhausted from doing everything I did than I was with work. but in a good way at the same time, just because I couldn't. To cram into 10 days, I went to Lebanon Valley for over 12 hours, 2 days. Went to a car show, went to a concert, went golfing twice, went to Lake George, and went to Epping, New Hampshire. And went over there.
Wow.
All within 10 days. That I was exhausted so much that Sunday, I did pretty much nothing. I just relaxed.
Nice.
And usually I'm not one that likes to sit at home all day and relax, but you know, I did so much that week. I'm like, and it worked out that it was Sunday too, which I thought it worked out pretty good. That it's the last day of the week, last day of the 10-day vacation, that I could just sit and relax and not have to worry about anything and not rush and do anything and exhaust myself.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I think I went out and Pokemon hunt for like an hour or so. That was about it.
Yeah.
But nothing big, like traveling and
Yeah.
all that.
I mean,
because even golfing, even Friday's golf, I traveled quite a bit, because Friday altogether I drove a lot, even though it didn't seem like it would have been that much. Well, Lebanon Valley is like 40 or 45 minutes maybe from me, and I went out and back both days. Sunday I went to Cook Park in Colony for the car show, just for a little while, and then Monday I didn't really do much Monday. I just went out raiding because I had the EX raid, did a couple raids, and went to Jersey Mike's and came home and ate, and then we just went to the concert in SPAC. Tuesday I went over there. Tuesday is probably the one I did the least on. I went, brought her dad to work and went over there. Actually, I brought her dad to work every day that week too, except for Friday. And then Tuesday was I just went over there all day and then picked him up and came home. And then Wednesday we just went to Mill Road. It's almost like the same thing. I brought him to work, went to Mill Road, which is right there, and went over to your house for a while, and then came back. And then I didn't have to drive the rest of the way, but I still went up to Saratoga that night. We went to, and the harness track, which I didn't say.
That's true. Yeah, you did a lot.
And then
Oh
Thursday, I didn't drive it, but still traveling all the way to Lake George, and then back. And then Friday, I drove all the way to I got up so early because I got up at like 5:30 because for golf that day too. Because
Yep.
I'm 25 minutes from Dad, so I drove all the way to his house, and then it was another half hour or so to the golf course. Because we went out Johnstown.
Oh wow.
Out past, or no, not past. It was out towards Fonda, and it was a really nice course. I really enjoyed it. And then Saturday we went all the way out to Epping, which is 3 hours and 15 minutes out and back that day. So yeah, I was kind of exhausted. I was kind of tired of driving and traveling for a week.
Blame you.
And then and then we had
ahead.
this week off. I don't have to travel because I didn't even end up going to the valley because of this car thing. So this week is, and tomorrow I'm probably not going to do much either. I'll go out and Pokemon hunt, and I forgot about the raids. I'll definitely be trying to get a shiny Entei, since I didn't even get a chance to do the other one. I didn't get a chance to do Raikou at all because I was at the valley all day. And I completely forgot about it, to be honest, until I saw Chris's picture of it. And then... So after this weekend, let's get through this week. Is a full week again for me. I took the Monday off next Monday because after the race, because that's a long day of. Because we get up at. Well, I want to leave. We'll probably end up leaving by about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be staying at Dad's again, but it will be Saturday night, so I'll still be playing Friday the 13th. But I'm going to the Valley Saturday. I'm gonna go to the Valley next Saturday night. And I'm going to leave earlier. I'm not going to ride out with them. I'm just going to go my own. That way I can leave on my own and drive all the way to Dad's. And it's a longer trip. It's almost an hour to Dad's from the valley. To go over there, go to bed. Hopefully by midnight. Because I'm going to get up at like 4:30 to leave for New Hampshire. It's the same thing I did last year. I got about 4.5 hours sleep, if that. Left for New Hampshire. Which is, a 3.5 hour drive, and then you're there all day, and it dragged out last year. Hopefully we don't have that problem this year, because last year it rained all morning, all the way until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when the race was supposed to start at 2 o'clock or something. It rained all the way till 2:30 or so, and we were afraid we were going to have to stay over somewhere or sleep in the car or something, because we didn't know if they were going to get the race in, but they ended up starting the race at like 4:15. It got over around close to 7, and it literally just got in before another big storm came through. We got home that night, I got home that night around 11:30 at night from getting up at 4:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
It actually kicked me from the headquarters for inactivity? What?
Wow.
Did it kick you out of it too?
Nah, I've been running around.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm surprised it didn't kick you with me, but...
No, I just kicked you out of the thing.
So yeah, that's why I definitely like to take Monday off after New Hampshire. Watkins Glen shouldn't be as bad because we're not traveling out and back that day.
Nope.
But it's hard being in a car
Yeah,
3.5 hours, 2 different ways. So that's over like 6.5 hours in a car that day, on top of being at the race all day. So I make sure I take the Monday off after New Hampshire, after we go to the race, and also because if it rains out and they run it on Monday, we're there. We can still see the race.
Yeah, good point.
Where Watkins Glen, we won't have that problem because they can race in the rain at the Glen.
And that's another nice thing about the Cabana. If it storms, we have cover.
Yeah.
And we can stand. Yeah.
Which is good because I still want to take pictures, and it's kind of hard to do when it's raining. So.
There's the invite. Like headquarters. But, wow. Keep yourself busy, don't you?
Yeah, so I had this week off, and the next 3 weeks. Oh. This week off from traveling, with 3 weeks in a row gonna be of that. Of traveling 3.5 hours or longer.
Jeez. But, you know, the nice thing that I'm really gonna like about that Watkins Glen trip specifically is the fact that since there isn't a whole lot to do other than the race, I mean, there's that damn a glass there and such. But other than that, there's not really much. So it's not like a trip where we gotta go, try to fit all this stuff in. It's like,
yeah,
we want to chill at the hotel for an hour. We can do that. That's why I keep pushing every year for a 1 3-night trip, because I would love, like Ocean City, we're always constantly doing stuff. I'd love to go there one time and just, if we want to take an hour off and just chill in the hotel because it's too hot, we can. You know what I mean?
I know, we don't really get to chill because we go for so. I mean,
We try to fit everything in.
yeah.
If you had an extra day, spend all this time, that like, I got extra, you know, so many hours where you can just relax.
You know what? What? Hold on. Let me see if I'm right about this.
Oops, I did not really do that.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see if I'm right about this. When are the community days? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I forgot
What?
about that. The Mudkip Community Day is next Sunday when I'm at when I'm at New Hampshire. It's from 4 to 7 too, which is probably going to be when I'm traveling and nothing's going to pop up when I'm moving. Because it's from 4 to 7. Actually, the race is 3 o'clock. But I don't think anything will spawn at the track like that. So I probably won't miss out on Mudkip as well. What was August?
Well,
I'm pretty sure I remember August
Make it a
being
move.
the weekend of Watkins Glen. Like, it really early in August.
move, Wes, move. Moving game. Okay. Just so you don't get
Well,
kicked again.
I was there for a while before it kicked me. That whole time we were in
Question.
headquarters, I didn't move, so.
Oh, wow. Did you ever prestige?
I don't think so. I didn't play
Come
enough.
here. Come this way. Come this way.
Wait, how'd you get over there?
Okay.
Does that mean
You
you
learned
prestige?
Yeah.
Wait, you got an extra
However, look
spot
at-
to walk?
Yeah, I can go way over here. Incoming enemy aircraft. What? Hold the use. What the heck? Bro, why? I'm in an AA gun right now. I'm in like one of those turret things.
Oh. didn't know you have an extra spot to go when you prestige. What the heck?
Bro, do you see this? Have you ever seen this before? There's like an event right now.
Where are you right now? You're
in that area. Look at this. Do you see this?
You down
Flames
there
raining.
in the firing range type thing?
No, I'm up in that prestige area. There's an AA gun over here. I'm shooting down these enemy planes. Dude, there was never this before. Did they just recently add this?
Are you up by
Do
the
you
general?
Yeah. I'm in that AA gun. I'm shooting down the planes. Since when can you shoot down planes in headquarters?
That's
This is
awesome.
so cool.
Look at all the supply drops coming down.
Yeah, we're supposed to like secure those. Bro, this is new. This is so cool. Secure grounded packages. Where are they? Bro, where is one? This is so cool. Now we're like securing packages.
Epic! Heroic!
Dude, how are we gonna get that one? There. That's so cool.
Heroic! Epic!
You just got a heroic item and an epic item, I saw that. Wow.
Epic!
But anyway, where are you, Les?
Doing my supply drops and all the way over on the other side, in the back. By where sandbox used to be, I guess you said.
Oh. Hi. But they've never done like a headquarters event like that before. They actually put those cannon things to use to flash them. I have bribes to open. Let's see what I get. Epic. Alright. Heroic. Look at that. That's... Anyway, come hither when you're done. I'll wait for you. You done?
Yeah. For now,
So, there... Let's go this way. So yeah, there is that area up there near the general that you can get to. What I just
there's
discovered...
another spot. I don't know if you can get down there.
Where? Yeah,
Because
you show me that first.
there's people over here, down there as well.
That's the 1v1 arena. We used to do 1v1s. We'll see down there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're fighting. Anyway, I just discovered this. You can get in this area over here without going through here. If you do this perfectly, look at it. Let's see if I can pull it off. Nope. Give me a few tries. You gotta jump right in that corner and then jump right away and you'll hug in that corner. It's hard. I got it twice. So you really gotta
Which
learn
corner? Over there?
this
Above
corner, like right, yeah, you like right against that wood post in there. Like, that's close.
it? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, like this, you see? See where I am?
Oh, you're
Look,
on
you
a
see me?
ladder.
No, I'm not. This is where I jumped. And then,
Huh.
then you gotta edge to the side, and then you can jump. And if you, oh my god, if you spam X like right around there, you can climb up. And I wonder if you could do it, even if you didn't prestige. I wonder what it would do if you pulled it off. And I would spam X because that helped you. There you go, I got it
while
again.
you're jumping?
Yeah, when you land. Wait,
Oh
come
my
on,
god,
no!
stop falling.
There. It's difficult, but I did it a few times. Oh my god. There. I've got the hang of it. If you spam X when you,
Aw.
like, that helped you. Okay, then edge, and then,
Oh, come on, I'm not even getting the jump off.
I don't know how I did this before. It's really difficult, but it's doable. I wonder if you could get in there without actually prestiging. There.
Oh my god.
Like that, look at, I did it. And I got up here, and then you could just walk right in. Are you spamming X while you're in the air?
I seem like I got more air, but I didn't hit the right spot.
Well, basically when you land, you're gonna instantly jump. Like, okay, I just didn't do it there. You'll see what I mean. Okay, ready when I land? Okay, I just missed, but you'll jump, and that helps you stabilize. Like, ah, it's tricky. There, like that. Now I'll put you like right in here. And then just kind of edge to the side, get to like where this net is, and then hope that you can jump up. God. Yeah, because I was curious if you could get out over there.
That was a good jump too. I missed the jump that time.
And let me tell you, that general is nothing special.
Oh, come on, I had it. He
All
doesn't
that
do
general does is allow you to prestige again. Literally, that's all he does. There. I get it again.
Oh my god.
Wait, what if you share played and gave me your controller? Try it. I'm curious. I wonder if I'm still gonna be gaming.
That's an idea. Oh, then my broadcast will stop, but...
Oh.
Oh!
We can try that at the end then. I want another one of those events to happen at headquarters. That's so cool. Also, you know those gridiron balls, like
Football.
those things? Yeah, those like things. There's a achievement in this game to get all 3 of them, because there's 3 of them in headquarters.
And one's over there or something?
Yeah, that one's the easiest. The other 2 are difficult. I got one of them. The other one is insane. The other one's on the top of headquarters up there. Like on top of this building you're in. Like on the top. You have to do some parkour to get up there. The other one is in that score streak tower, and that is absurd to get up there. You really need to do some maneuvering. No, it's no joke. Here, do you know what I'm talking about when I say to the top of this building? Like it's up there.
Yeah.
See if I'm gonna try to get up there. See if I can do it. Will you do that? Let me try that at the end, after you're done
I mean, I'm
broadcasting.
probably not
Like, let
gonna
me
play
play
any
some.
more of this anyway, with how late it is. So I can probably stop my broadcast and you can try to get up there.
Yes.
Because maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe it doesn't work for me.
I wonder if it doesn't work for you because you don't have it unlocked. So there might be like an invisible barrier there or something. That's my thought.
Could be.
But I would like to try. Because I seem to get it decently consistently.
Let's see.
Well, thank you for watching Call of Duty with you.
Yes. So we'll. Hopefully we can play more of Call of Duty World War II and maybe a couple other Call of Duties here and there, like Modern Warfare Remastered as well, and some Blackout. Even though it's no Call of Duty week, but I would still want to play it more. And yeah, so thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm sure I'll play something tomorrow. Maybe we can do some NASCAR Heat online. We'll see.